Yo, what's going on, guys? This is episode 19 of the
Who Are We?
podcast featuring me, your host, Mark Carsky, and my co-hosts, Dylan Mahler, AJ Leidig, with our guest, Jack Baker, baby.
That was good. You really saved it at the end.
Thank you. It almost fell apart.
It almost fell apart. I noticed it, but
I'm having a really hard time holding this microphone.
It's supposed to be so easy to hold.
Do you want to switch?
You can just rest your hand on your
It's like it's
body.
too much.
We
I
can
feel
switch
like
if you
I'm
want.
hosting a game show in the 70s.
Yeah, it is a very game show, Mike. We are going to have you host a game show.
I would be
There's
great.
no
I
open
think
mic
I would
tonight.
be a
Great.
great game show host.
You probably would
Fits,
be.
dude.
You
Yeah.
look like one.
Thank you. I take that as a compliment.
You also look
Yeah,
like the
dude.
guy from Blue's Clues. Like you look like you draw really.
You've probably heard that before, right?
No, Seth Davis. He's a comedian. He has that joke.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you look more like Seth Davis than Seth Davis does.
I've thought that many times.
You look like your first name is Guy. You know, you know those guys?
That Guy Fieri. That's the only guy I've ever.
No, there's more. There's like the what was that old Nickelodeon game show where like if you lost they set you down the slide with the slime on it?
Slime
Those
Time
said his name was
Live.
Guy Gyerson.
I think I said this on the
Guy
podcast before, but I've
Gyerson?
been,
I mean, obviously
I've
it was
been
fake.
You had to
slimed.
make that
You
up.
got
Obviously it was
slimed?
fake.
I got slimed
but-
at the Nickelodeon hotel. I got the actual
Really?
slime on
You got
me.
slimed?
Yeah, because
What?
they chose kids to come up and get slimed. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you
It
got
was dope.
slime.
That does feel like one
It
of like
fulfilled my
the
childhood.
satanic pedophile things, doesn't
It
it?
is a
The
weird
slime?
thing to pour it on
with the
half-naked kids.
Balenciaga.
Yeah.
Because we were all in swim trunks, and they're like, "Come get gooed on." And we're like,
Wow.
all right.
Dylan gets slimed by Balenciaga.
But yeah, the
Just
Balenciaga.
get covered in
Well, the
it.
Balenciaga thing with the child porn stuff going on.
That's crazy. Let's open on that.
How did,
not
we
gonna buy their
get into,
stuff.
how did we get into child porn in less than a minute?
Well, he said
Oh, no,
Balenciaga.
Blues Clues.
Yeah, that makes
This is
sense.
the whole premise of this podcast. We bring on really interesting people, and we don't tell
Don't
people
talk
who
to
they
them
are.
at all.
No,
That's
it's just-
fine. I'm just having a good time listening.
I told Jeff Asmus he looked like the guy from Blues Clues. I don't know why I did that.
Who?
It was
Jeff Asmus?
Yeah, one of his clips.
Like the best
he-
comic in Chicago. Like I
Yeah.
hate that you don't know him,
It
but
was
we'll
really
get into it
dumb.
later.
It's probably because I don't go to Chicago now.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, I gotta start doing that. But
He
yo, how
also
long?
lives in New
but
York now.
one of his
Yeah, he
clips
did
is
move.
dressed like him.
You've been doing. You're great at stand-up. You're one of the best easily. How long you been doing this shit?
Me?
No, the guy next to you.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
we're talking about Dylan.
I was like, no,
I
actually.
probably have been doing stand-up since AJ was in elementary school.
So
Most
like
likely.
2 years.
Damn, that's crazy, dude.
I started in 2010. So what grade were you in? Like third?
In 2010, I
born.
I was
was
still in school.
I was 9.
You were 9 years
I was
old.
9 years old.
You would have been in third grade.
I hadn't even fingered a girl yet.
You sure?
Well, that's still true.
I was thinking of
That's why he's on here.
Jack, you got a special coming out, dude. You were.
I'm
man.
filming one. Yeah.
I know, but it's gonna come out eventually. You were
Yeah,
one of the
eventually.
people where like we've always wanted to have you on, and then you asked specifically about the podcast, and I was like, dude, you want to do the podcast? Fuck yeah.
I was like, I'm not good at content for myself, and now I just need to be like making content from now until
Yeah.
February to get as many people to my special.
So you're
as
here to
possible.
suck promotional abilities out of
Yes,
us. Okay.
I'm here to steal your guys' followers and try and get them to go to my show.
Well, there's like 12.
That's
Right,
perfect.
right.
That's 12 more
they're
than when I
diehard.
started today.
they're diehard though.
If I can convince one of them, then I will be, 180th closer to achieving what I need to.
You need 180.
Yeah, that's what to fill the room.
Oh,
the Comedy Vault.
yeah, that's true. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
That's. Oh my God, the shows haven't even filmed yet. They should just come to the shows and watch it live.
Yeah, you should do that.
You should
Yeah.
just come to the
Did you
Comedy
think
Vault.
I already filmed it?
No. I knew
We
you
should
didn't, but I
tailgate
was in the mindset of,
That's a
hey,
good
let's
idea.
promote the
That is a good
video
idea.
first.
Yeah, the video that I'll come back. I'll have to do another appearance.
We'll do it
after
again. We'll do it again.
Wait. Tell them when your special is, so they can maybe they'll because this is coming out in a couple days.
February 19th.
It's not in a couple days.
No, this is coming out.
Oh, this is.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
So if you guys want to go see that,
Sunday.
now you got to convince them.
February
Now you're on the hook
19th.
to be
I
funny
know.
this whole time. They're like, should I pay to see this guy?
Don't fucking do that. We're not doing funny 90% of this time on this podcast. Okay.
What's
the whole
what
vibe
I
of
think
it.
it's funny all the time.
Sunday, February 19th at the Comedy Vault in Batavia.
You know what I think we
Nice.
should do?
February
Realistically, we
19.
should do one the morning of your show.
Yeah, that would get
Like a radio show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
take
yeah.
You
Go
make
out
me
till
drive
Sunday.
an hour and a half,
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
real, like 5:30
day
in the
of.
morning.
Jack Baker's doing his
We want you
special
exhausted.
tonight. You better fucking be there. And then we don't upload it until 3 days later.
Yeah,
So it would be
Don't feel the
exactly
way
like
you
doing
feel.
morning radio.
Guys, Jack Baker did a special 2 days ago. Now that you're hearing this, so is this your first special?
Yeah.
We're gonna
Like-
tailgate it.
How long? So is this like is this all of your material that you've culminated throughout the?
No, it's
Well-
like most of it. I have like 45 minutes that tells like a coherent story.
Okay.
kind of.
Ooh.
And
I feel
that's
like it
kind
kind
of
of
what I
has
like.
to be right. Like most of, like if you're doing a long form like that, it's hard to be like a Jimmy Carr where it's just
Yeah, I
Joke,
don't.
joke,
I
joke.
don't. I never wanted it to just be like 45 minutes of jokes. I want it to have like a theme and be like a thing that's like a little bit more
What's
than
your
just
theme?
kind of.
Hell yeah.
It's just.
Don't make him reveal it
Yeah.
too early.
Well, it's got to be
Yeah.
enticing. You know, like what,
It's-
Ari Shafir's is Jew.
Yeah, it's
is
also
probably
Jew.
not Jew.
No.
His is Jews.
Yeah. It's just kind of about family and my life. So
What's the special called?
I don't have a name yet. We should
That should be the
workshop
na-
names.
No, that
Oh,
should
we
be the
should do
name.
that right now,
No,
actually.
that should be the
Workshop
name.
name.
I don't have a
Baked.
name yet.
I like that.
How much, Jack? How much would we have to pay you to name it the Who Are We comedy special and put our faces on the poster?
Why'd you start off with paying?
Yeah.
How easily would you do that for free?
Not. I mean, if you guys like became huge between now and
Well,
then,
I
like
mean,
yeah,
you
I
know.
would do it.
Comparatively,
We do okay.
yeah, we're not doing too bad. We could,
All right,
do
I
all
mean,
right.
you just told me you had 12 podcast
well, for this,
subscribers.
for the podcast, yeah,
Don't
but me
insult
and
our
AJ,
viewers, all right?
Separately, aside from the podcast, the podcast
This
is
podcast
terrible.
does okay. It
Yeah,
gets
I mean,
what?
it's the best one
It
in the
gets like
suburbs.
100 views.
Yeah,
You know, 100 on
That's-
YouTube.
That's not
It
bad.
does okay, you know?
Yeah.
doing pretty good.
It'll
on that.
pack out half of the room for that show.
That's if everyone comes.
If every single person listening to the podcast comes to the show, you actually, it'd be a killer show.
yeah, that'd
So
be good.
Is it a culmination of like a lot of this, like the whole 10, 12 years, or like is it a lot of
Yeah, I mean,
like you
there's
like dump this stuff and then start like with new stuff? Is it kind of scary with that and shit, or?
Oh, that's terrifying.
Yeah,
I've been
dude.
talking about being allergic to milk for 11 years. I don't know what
Are you kinda
is
like, finally, I
I
can
don't know
stop?
what's next.
Yeah.
No, because I just found like a bunch of new angles on it that I had never like explored before.
Well, doesn't that count as new
Yeah,
material?
it's new stuff because I haven't been like. It's hard for me to like do open mics and stuff for like the last like 5 years because I've been like writing an act. And so it's not like I'm just like writing a joke. It's like, well, I have a joke that fits here, but you
Yeah.
need to know
Right,
this,
right.
and knowing this will make it work better. So,
So-
it's hard to like.
How do you practice to get the full? Because people are given 5 minutes. The most I've seen is like 10 somewhere. Like
Yeah, I got a lot of places that are letting me do a good chunk of time.
Nice.
Headlining December 10th at Eilert's in Freeport, Illinois.
I
if
just did
anyone-
Eilert's.
Yeah, how was it?
I did Eilert's with David Sicko and Olivia Witt.
How was it?
Not great.
Yeah. I'm really
I
excited.
hate saying that publicly. Not great.
Being honest,
Those are
but-
the
Yeah.
best kind of shows because it's like I'll have like 45 minutes where I can just do every shitty idea that I have just to kind of throw it out there and see what works.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
huh, at a show. And you're just
Yeah.
like, I don't give a fuck.
Great
Well,
for
you've
a
been doing
headliner.
this
Oh,
long
Great
yeah.
enough
for a
to
headliner.
where shows are like open
Yeah, I
mics
do-
to you now.
yeah.
You're just like, I don't give
I
a
mean, if I have an idea that I think is really good, I'll just do it in a show.
fuck. Yeah, I
don't
say as
care.
you should. Does it
Respect.
usually go good?
I mean, yeah, but also like once you like do it long enough, you realize that there are just like tricks to make things work better, and there's ways that like even
How?
if
What are
something
one of those tricks?
doesn't
Please tell me.
go well.
You have all these backups that.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you just have like lines or something that you could use.
like
to
just
kind
a thing that you could just throw in there just
Those
to save
become
your
a
ass no matter
punchline.
what.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
So like that kind of stuff. I mean, it's not like really hard to make a room full of people laugh. It's just hard to do it at a,
Speak
like
for yourself,
at
buddy.
like an artistic level where you're like doing the best quality comedy that you can.
Right, where it's
Not just
actually
which
art.
is the goal, not just like hacking it up.
I've heard like, would you agree with this? Like, since you've been doing it a while, that stand up is one of the jobs that gets easier as you do it. Like, you get better, the crowd gets better. They
Yeah.
actually want to laugh because they're paying, and you've been doing it longer. So it's like
Well, and that's the weird thing. Like featuring is the best spot in the comedy show.
because there's less pressure than headlining.
Yeah,
yeah,
You do less time,
yeah.
and
And
there
it's
is
not like the responsibility of the host of like keeping the show moving.
yeah, like the
or-
host
yeah.
sucks. It's really hard and not fun, but it's really good. It makes you better. But featuring is fucking easy once you've hosted, because you go up for a crowd that's already there and warmed up. So you just kind of go
Yeah,
up
and they
do
paid,
whatever.
and they want
yeah.
they want
They're
to be
there to
laughing.
see a comedy
Right,
show.
there's some expectation that you're good.
Yeah.
If you're in that feature spot. I do, not to completely steer away from stand up for a second, I do want to talk, well, it is stand up related. Something
about sex.
I've just been dying to ask you about.
Okay.
You went to Northern Illinois University.
I did.
And you very recently, you did a show there.
yeah.
That we talked about ahead of time, and you did not know there was a college improv team
No,
also
I
on
did
the
not
show.
know there was going to be improv.
And then
which
Jack
is not a
texted me
fun
during the
surprise.
show.
Wait, you did a
Wow.
show and you didn't know there's gonna be trash? Fucking garbage.
Don't
Yeah.
describe him like that.
Oh, I didn't
There's
see it. I don't
some-
have
It
to.
is.
There's
It's
some good
college
improv.
improv. So,
Oh, so it's even worse than I thought.
I didn't know
How
that was
terrible
going to
was
be
it?
there.
How
It
bad was it, Jack?
Yes, and
The whole
Jalen.
thing just kind of like hurt me a little bit.
What?
And not
Why?
just like no, because the there's like, it's so easy when you have people that are there for a comedy show. You just like make everybody sit together and you like say, hi, thanks for coming to the show at the beginning. And then it'll be really good. But they didn't do those things.
Yup.
So they just kind of like surprised a room full of people where everyone was like spread
Here's
out across
comedy.
the room and just started doing comedy. And it was like,
That's not
what?
good. That's never
Never
good.
great. Never great.
Yeah,
It
they
was
kinda-
like-
you
It'd be
kinda
like
have to see
it would almost be like if we opened up an open mic without a host set. Like I went up there and was like, "Hey guys, welcome to Jerks and Joes. Here's your first comic." Like,
Yeah, dude.
that'd be weird.
That was exactly what
Right.
happened.
I do think it's funny though. I texted him during it. He goes, "There's an improv troupe here," and I think I said, like college is just loud equals funny. Like just the louder they are, the funnier they think it is, no matter what.
No,
It's
dude.
it's so big. Everyone goes so big.
Everyone falls at least once during a scene. There's like a loud fall.
They
you know?
always get a laugh out of forgetting what the other character's name's supposed to be.
I'm getting so mad right now. I'm getting so pissed off.
It's really.
It's such a bastardization.
So it was fun
of
to go
comedy.
back.
Don't you remember how Mondays used to be? You know.
I repress those memories, dude. That was
Actually,
the
no, that
worst.
was Thursdays.
Did you
technically,
do
but-
improv?
Fuck no. I'd rather suck dick.
Wow.
Improv.
In front
Well,
of
I
my
wouldn't go
mom.
that far. In
Why?
front of your mom?
So you would rather
Or
suck
with.
your dad's dick?
He's dead, but I would, yeah. Miss you, Papa. Anyway, that's how he would wake me up in the
Are
morning.
both your parents alive?
No, my dad is also dead.
Dude, nice.
Hey,
Give me
there
some
we
skin,
go.
brother.
Hey,
Dad family.
Yeah.
When? How old were you when he died?
15.
Nice. Very good. That's going to give you some trauma.
Yeah,
How did it
freshman year
affect
of
you?
high school.
Terribly, right?
Yeah, very badly.
Yeah, because you're old enough that that's going to affect you, but you're not old enough to like know how to deal with it yet.
Yeah.
That kind of blows.
Or
I feel like
how
you're
it
not really ever
affects
old
you.
enough to know how to deal with
That's
the law.
fair.
Because I've heard that's when you become a man, is when your dad
when your
dies.
dad
or
dies.
when you learn that you're smarter than your dad.
Yeah.
Because then he can't give you advice. But like, did you notice that at a young age, you're like, well, because like that's the person who's supposed to guide
No,
you.
he
and
was
shit.
like a raging alcoholic.
Oh, so was it a good thing?
No, because
Oh.
he got better, but like
Ah.
there wasn't like a lot of like lessons to be learned except like
Just in hindsight.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like he was really good at hiding bottles of vodka around the house.
Did you learn how to hide stuff?
I did.
Like you're probably really
heavyweights?
good at like Easter baskets.
Yeah, we would like find
You know, like try and find it.
yeah,
Hide, go
like
seek.
like cleaning out my parents' house like years later. We would just like find vodka bottles around.
That's
Damn,
fun.
dude.
That's
Drink them?
what a fun Easter egg hunt. You're 7 years old and you just find like a little bottle of vodka.
Did you drink them?
Well, they probably drank.
No.
because I was
Oh.
I was like very young. And
Did
then
that
after
make
that,
you
I
not
could
drink?
afford my own vodka.
Oh, did
so
you still drank and stuff?
I did, and then I stopped because it was becoming a problem.
Let's say because you don't really drink now, do you?
I don't at all.
You don't at all. Okay, interesting. I did
when
not
I was
know that.
23,
Really?
which is
that?
the worst time to stop drinking, I think.
Yeah, because you stopped after like the crazy college period, and then you
Yeah,
never
I
got the
did
bar
it.
experience.
Well, isn't that kind of when
Okay.
you're after you're sick
Just
of it? You're
die.
like, bars are boring. I get it.
It's just expensive.
Yeah, you're like, why would I go to a watering hole and pay for so much?
I like that you called it a watering hole.
It's where all the animals go to mate. Like, they all look like animals there. They're all just staring at the fucking women waiting
Why
in
do
line
you
like
wait?
wolves.
What? You think every dude at bars looks like an animal?
Yeah, because it's a watering hole. We all conjugate there.
Where do you think we are right fucking now?
I hate bars.
Furry bar?
We filmed this in a bar.
This is not a
Exclusively
bar.
in a bar.
This is a basement.
It's a bar podcast.
That doesn't say patio.
Actually, it's a bar and grill podcast. Did you?
I
They have
did.
a
I've been
microwave now.
disappointed. I've been waiting on my Caesar salad for weeks.
I think Micah
Where's my
ate it.
martini?
if you go back and watch the first 5 episodes, which I don't know why you would ever do that, but if you happen to
I will
fall
now.
into it,
Oh, for good reason,
The
watch.
intro to the first 5, you can hear Mark go, "We're here at Josephine's Martini Bar and Grill."
It has a good sound
I like
to
a
it.
place that
It
would be a
does.
martini bar and a grill.
That was the point. Yeah,
Sounds awesome.
you're gonna
Martini
grill
bar and
martinis.
No, you're gonna make martinis and grill hibachi.
Martini bars.
Which I don't know why I think they would do that here. I don't think they could.
One of
fit.
these days, we should just set up a George Foreman grill for the podcast,
Hell
and we
yeah.
just like grill meats.
Yeah, just
could
like
do
really
anything.
poorly grilled meats.
Yeah.
get people sick. And
It's just
shit.
raw meat. We're just throwing
fucking
at
sick.
people.
Are you nervous for your special?
No, I'm nervous about once like the show part. I'm not nervous about. It's more like getting people selling tickets. That part's scary.
What's your tactic on selling tickets? How are you doing that?
Just
Coming on podcasts. And
Yeah.
Aside from this terrible idea.
make as many appearances as I can on various podcasts and shows, and then, I do digital marketing for my job.
Oh, okay.
So it's like a test to see, 1, if I can do comedy, and 2, if I can do my actual job too. It's a lot of pressure
Yeah.
riding on this.
You're like, either way, I'm gonna end up quitting my job because you're gonna be
I'm gonna
really
be
good at
quitting one of
comedy.
these. One way or another. No, that's dope. That's exciting.
Yeah, man. That's cool that you think of it like a whole act. Like, I feel like that does change how you can approach it with, like, open mics and everything. But sounds like it'll be good.
Yeah, it's cool that it's like this long form piece, and it's
Yeah.
not just like you're not doing like, oh, the milk bit and then like the glasses, you know what I mean? And then
No,
like the
I
bits.
like to. Yeah, the one time someone told me after a show that it was like my whole set fit together. I thought that was really good
a good
feedback. Like
compliment.
that's what I want.
Yeah,
I want
yeah.
the whole thing to like
Yeah.
tell
That's
kind of
sick,
like
dude.
one.
Like,
I feel like
Album.
transition, like having it all just fit, like with good transitions and all making sense and flowing is like super important.
Yeah, there's just like one part that I don't know what it is yet.
What do you mean?
So like how to get from one thing to the other thing, I haven't figured out.
Damn.
So
Was there a certain time that like stand up clicked for you? Like, how did you start out? Was it like terrible in the beginning? Were you good?
Did you start at NIU?
yeah, I started. I was a sophomore. There was a
Okay.
show, Comedy Under the Tap, at the Tap House in Oswego, Illinois. It was on Tuesdays, and they would get 100 people every Tuesday for an actual show.
Whoa.
It was the greatest show ever. It was
Whoa.
unbelievable.
That's
the crowds
crazy.
were so great. That was like
Just
the
a bunch
first.
of college kids and shit?
No, it was just I don't know how they did it.
That's awesome.
Just people, and so that was the first place I ever did stand up.
That's dope.
And it was like 100 people.
How'd
and
it go
I
your
crushed.
first time? You crushed?
You crushed your first time?
And then I just kept, and then I just bombed
Yeah.
for after that. But that one was enough.
I heard a lot of people who the first time they'll do really good because they're so nervous. Like it comes off as like confidence or
Right, right.
excitement.
yeah.
And then they just start bombing.
But that
or
one,
you start bombing
that-
and then eventually.
that one was kind of enough to
Yeah.
carry me through those bombs. And then I don't know. I was always just fun. I feel like comedy was way different back then. People were so much meaner.
And you could say retard back then, you know?
You
Fucking
could
miss those days.
That's
dude.
what you should name the special.
No.
Why
All right,
not?
here's one idea that I have.
Jack
that I
Baker,
really-
the retard.
I like the idea.
Or just retard. Like,
Baked. I think you should call it baked.
I was thinking of just calling it full comedy special. Because that's what everybody.
That was everybody's titles after
So it would
that,
be
yeah.
Jack Baker full comedy special, a
Full
full
comedy
comedy
special.
special.
that actually is funny.
That's good.
what I think.
I actually like that
That's
one.
the
Yeah,
leader
dude.
right now. The
It
other
should be
thing
it.
would just be calling
comedy
it
special.
funny jokes to just try
No.
and game the algorithm.
Nah.
Funny. Oh, interesting.
Then you got to live up to that, you know?
Yeah, but I can.
Yeah.
So
Right, but if you're
got
gonna
the jokes.
clickbait it like
faith.
that, you should name it
that's
like my girlflgirlfriend showed me her taint or so, you know,
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
just really lean into it.
that's why I'm thinking.
Tits.
Women's
Shit.
taints are so small. Wow, that is you really have one.
just
Wow.
the small area between vagina and butt.
What do you wanted to capture? We forgot to cover the titties, but you should call it tits or titties.
Jack Baker
That'd be
tits.
searchable.
Jack
licking
Baker
titties. That's one of my
fake tits.
jokes.
Wait, what is it?
Licking titties.
Maybe
Licking
it's one-
titties would be funny
that
because
should
of
be
how
the
you
album
are.
Name.
I
Yeah.
couldn't see you
Licking
licking tits.
titties.
You like licking them?
You're,
Not sucking them? You like, like an ice cream cone?
Exactly.
I got
No, I'm thinking more of like
an
a
idea.
juicy drop pop. You know,
What's that?
the candy that used to like the baby bottle pops. You know. Mm-hmm. You guys didn't have these?
Back in the day.
They look a lot like nipples.
Yes, dude.
No,
Now
I
know what
was
you're talking
not.
about.
I was
They're
an
like not
adult
for
when you were a
children.
child.
Okay, you don't need to
Not
keep
for
flexing
small
this age thing
children.
on.
They didn't
Jack,
have
okay?
candy when he was a kid, okay?
Yeah, everything was still in black and white. All right.
He invented candy.
Basically.
Sometimes this is gonna be a really dumb thought. Sometimes I do forget that life was not in black and white.
Uh huh.
It seems like
In
it
the
was.
older, you know what I mean?
You really
was in
think
black
that?
and white.
Like, because
before.
you got to remember, like most of the footage that you see from those times is in black and white.
And so were their eyes.
You know, when you were
That's
like
'cause
20
that's how they
or
saw.
whatever.
Yeah.
No, that's when color was.
you know when
invented.
after the steam engine
That's
came
when
out back
color was
then?
invented.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
remember. Yeah.
It must have sucked
That
to
and
turn
the
those
cotton
on.
gin were big
Yeah,
moments in
Jack,
my
remember
life.
when you were born and they invented fire? Do you remember?
Didn't you hate when they founded America?
The wheel.
Was Jesus real? Okay.
Yes, and that's why I'm here today to
Right.
talk about Jesus.
Jack, you came a long way from the Cherokees. You really did.
Actually, my family was Cheyenne, so
Really, really?
yeah,
What?
Wait, what is
Cheyenne?
Cheyenne? Is that a
it's
tribe?
a different tribe.
yeah.
That's
Like
you
a
should name the
tribe named
special.
Plains.
after a white girl? Cheyenne?
Cheyenne, man.
Name the
That's
special.
cultural
Name the
appropriation.
special Cheyenne, and then the cover photo should just be you in a headdress.
Fucking
Cheyenne,
Cheyenne.
yeah.
I got an
That's-
idea to
It's
sell
going to be really
tickets.
big on Twitter.
You got to get on Tinder, bro. Make a Tinder.
makes you think he's not
Your
on
wife,
Tinder?
She'll understand
Oh, he
why.
has a wife.
I do.
What
What
Yeah.
makes you think
Advertise-
he's not on Tinder if he has
No, he's gonna put up the stand-up pics, and he's gonna put, "If you love me, you're gonna come to my special."
That's
So
not
if
a
you
bad
want-
idea.
Yeah, bro.
I do
And
know
just pretend
that's
to
how
be
Xavier.
single to
Fun
sell
fact: Xavier
tickets.
Ball. That's how he promotes all of those NIU shows. He goes on a dating apps with them. I'm dead serious.
Does it work?
He'll
He
put
drew an
advertise at
interesting
the
crowd.
show.
You
went to
really
crowd.
want a bunch of ugly girls in your crowd?
Tickets.
Yeah, I
It
guess
was
that's-
Asses
mostly
and seats.
it was mostly dudes when I was there.
It usually is.
Oh well, you went on Grinder instead of.
right.
And
Hey, you
get on
gotta get
everything.
people however you gotta do.
Get people out, you know?
Yeah.
Come out of
And
the
they'll
closet,
pay
come
and
to the
they'll
show.
buy
you know?
merch.
That's the hope. I have merch.
You do.
Oh, yeah, you
Just
do
about
merch.
this. What kind of
I
merch you
do.
got?
See, it doesn't make. I have a joke. I have a headache disorder. It doesn't make sense without explaining
That's
it.
why you should do it now.
That makes it better.
Yeah, I have a headache disorder, and so I have a joke about how I want to get famous, so they'll rename it after me. So I sell Jack Baker's disease awareness bracelets.
Hell yeah.
So they're a good moneymaker.
Jack Baker's disease would also be a good joke or a good name for the special.
If people like you, they'll throw you a little dough.
That's the idea.
Just make a little something. They don't really
Yeah,
care.
just a shitty bracelet that costs 30 cents.
Mm.
And sometimes people give me
$30.
$20 for them.
Oh, yes.
so
How much
Yeah.
you charge for it? $5?
whatever you want.
That's smart.
$10.
Paul
It
Flava does that. Yeah.
It leads to more a higher average than it would if I charged $5.
Yeah, yeah. I feel that's the same thing I do with like Patreon. I don't have like a set amount.
Right.
Like some people give like $50 a month and shit. So yeah.
Some people are cool and other people are less cool.
Some are
feel like-
stingy. You know, some only give $1. What's up with that?
I saw that
some people
Dave
are.
Williamson did the improv and he sold like his rubs and like he was trying to help out. Mike Maxwell actually was the
rubs?
feature act. It's like a barbecue rub.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
Not
like,
like a
he's
hand
giving out
job.
massages?
Yeah.
I was like, that's
Yeah,
a
so
lot.
Deshaun Watson
No,
was
that
at the
was Rudy.
improv. No, but it was like name your price, and then you'll also get like something from the feature act, and we'll split it because he was trying to like help him out with sales and
Oh,
stuff.
nice.
Someone paid $1 and took a rub and like a beer koozie. Wow. And I was like, that's so.
Come on.
It's
That's pretty shitty.
Might as
yeah.
well just steal it.
right.
Just own it.
But so I robbed them.
Nice.
That's the end of the story.
Hell yeah. Saved a buck.
You need all those comedian koozies that you can get.
You do. Robert Echo had one at the
I
mic last
know.
night, right?
I got one. And
I did not
think
get
I
one.
left it at the bar.
I don't think I got one.
Well, you could have mine. It's at Shanahan's bar.
Oh shit! I gotta go there tonight and go grab it.
We gotta make some Who Are We merch someday.
If
Yes.
we make merch, here's my deal. Listen. Here, let me negotiate for a second, okay? If we,
I want to hear what
I like how
AJ's
this- I know this is
negotiating
already
This
a
is
skills
my
bad
are.
idea.
negotiation. Okay.
Have you
You're
ever
arguing with yourself
negotiated
right now.
anything in your entire life?
I used to sell solar panels door to door,
Okay.
and I was fucking good at it. Okay.
Damn.
Wow.
I feel like it's a-
You know why I was good at it? Because I would lie to people. Okay.
Well, that's how
I
you
would
sell, yeah.
I would brutally lie. But anyway,
Listen
what
to
if
AJ.
what if we bought the rights to your special in exchange for the rights to our podcast merch? So all of our merch will have your face on it, as long as your special has our faces on it.
Ding 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 ding.
You have to put our
ding.
faces over your face during the special.
This is.
You have to deep fake Dylan's head onto yours.
I mean, it's an
It's a
interesting
cross
proposal.
promotion.
But the whole reason I'm doing it myself
proposal.
is that I have total control over everything.
Yeah,
Well,
no,
that's
don't,
not important.
like, don't
everything.
sell
You
it to
don't want
Amazon or anything.
control.
Sell it to us.
You don't
you
want
know?
control.
Yeah.
I don't
It's
think
about
you
the
can
resale.
afford it.
Yeah. You want to focus
What? We
on
got $20. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Between the three of us?
Between the three of us,
just outsource
we'll give you Mark's
the
chain.
merch to us. We'll own the merch. You focus on the funny. We'll promote it. We'll all get on Tinder.
So are you gonna like chop it up and like put out clips and shit and like?
Yeah.
Are you gonna
Coupon
like
No.
code.
You have to.
Smart.
throw the whole thing on YouTube after promoting it a little bit and see?
Yep.
Like, have you been like growing a YouTube channel on like social media prior to this?
Not like I should be. So that's why I got to start now.
Yeah, it's a good idea. That would help with asses and seats probably. With
I mean,
Yeah.
also, here's the thing. Like, even if you put out like 5 sketches in the next like 2 months.
Oh yeah,
before-
I mean,
you know
I
what
got,
Get
I
some
have
hype.
enough like jokes that aren't going to be on it that I have stuff that I could put
Right,
out. So
right.
yeah.
just get into like once a week, putting up, joke, and then
You got time.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
And
would
you're
say
a
do
budding
that.
game show host, so
I
you
know.
can upload that as well.
That's how I'm gonna get the people.
That's what we should get rid of Quiplash, get rid of the podcast. Let's do a live game show before this
Hell
open
yeah.
mic. Hosted by Jack
Quip-
Baker.
sick.
Quiplash was so gay.
yeah, what's that game show that you were talking about? I'll be Guy Geyerson.
Guy, you could be Guy Geyerson. The game should be pin Dylan's beanie on the tits. And we just move the girl to the center, and we blindfold people we ever put Dylan's beanie on it.
This is a good idea.
Good luck.
This is gonna be how we all get canceled.
That's every episode
Actually,
of this.
but we were trying to cover them up.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
I think I don't know.
We're trying to
yeah, we're
censor
trying-
ourselves.
I don't
No,
think it's
but we're
gonna help.
trying to help her,
Bro.
you know?
Trying to be better.
That sounded so much worse.
We're feminists, dude. Free the nipple. Come on. It's just
And
a
then we
nipple.
cover it up.
We are a pretty feminist-centered podcast. I'd
We
say.
are.
Yeah, I've
We
always
love
thought that
women.
about you guys. Just admiring from the crowd. I'm like, man, they have good feminist values.
We do. Thank
Wow,
you.
that guy with
That's
head
the
tattoos
bedrock
loves
of
women,
the Who
huh?
Are We podcast.
Let's clip that.
This is the
Ladies.
biggest feminist podcast, probably
we
in the
love
country.
ladies.
Yeah.
In the United States, at least.
Question,
We got-
because you're
a lot
good
of
with
our
names.
fans are ladies.
If you were to
All right,
rename our
ladies.
podcast, what would it be?
Oh man, that's tough. I actually don't think I am good with names. I think I'm really bad at
Full
names.
What
Comedy
made
Special's
you
a good
think
name.
he was good with names?
Because Full Comedy Special is a good name. That's
No,
clever.
I mean,
Thank you.
it's good because it's not a good name.
Right,
That's
right.
the point. Is
Yeah.
it's
Well, that's
bad.
not how, like, Who Are We is a good podcast name because it's not a good podcast name.
Yeah.
Same way.
We could always change it
Yeah.
and say we figured out that we're this.
We figured out who
it
we are.
Yeah.
Guys, this is who we are. That's the new.
yeah.
And we
Who
just
we are.
describe each other.
That would be like a good, like what you guys need to do is have an after podcast where you guys like listen back to the episodes
Oh.
and then do commentary.
I
on
would
them.
never listen
Yeah.
to
And
this.
it would
My
be the
friends
Who
We
would
Are We.
live
actually.
react to these high.
I couldn't
One of my
imagine.
buddies is gonna
Or
do
you
that.
get
listening to
someone
this.
else to do it. Like you have Dan and Danny do it,
Ooh.
where they like react to
Dan.
it, and they could be like that whatever name you came up with. The
That would be
we are
cool.
who we are pod whatever.
I was thinking, like, I
be
like the idea.
very
It'd be a good
of
idea if
like,
they were funny, you know? That'd be cool.
More, like
Oh
associated.
shit!
I'm kidding. I love those.
You're gonna start beef with
Those
fucking
twinks.
co-producers.
Nah.
You know what we should do
I
is
love
we should
Dan.
rename it like the biblical, like I am who am, like Yahweh.
Like
I
Yoda.
am who am.
Yeah, let's offend even more communities. Let's
All right,
let's
yeah.
go with the Christians. You know,
And then we'll get like legal protections for religious. We're a religious organization.
We don't have
now.
to pay taxes.
No.
let's make the podcast a
Can
church.
smoke weed.
If we pray before the episode, can we name it the Church of Who Are We?
We can. I'll write some
You can
psalms.
just do that even without praying.
Can
That's
we
what
actually?
Christians do every day.
That is true.
If we were gonna rename it, I feel like it should be something Jerks. Something with Jerks brand.
Yeah, the Jerks branding
Associate it
is in
more,
there.
You know. The Jerks.
Jerks.
The
Who
Jerks
are
or
these
something.
jerks?
Or we associate
the
the
Who Are We
Gambits
Jerks.
brand, the greatest open mic of all time.
Gambit.
The best in the tri-state area. There's nothing better
The
in
tri-state area.
maybe in the whole United States.
Wow.
I did say this.
Comedy
'cause
store, nothing on a game.
myself and David Sicko are presenting the Burby for best open mic. And the second I told Dave, I was like, hey, I don't care who's on the envelope. I'm saying Gambits at first.
And me and Dan already planned to stand up when they say, "This is we're giving out for the best."
Damn
fucking
right.
It's
show.
gonna be Mojo's. It's gonna be Mojo's, but
But we're gonna
You know,
stand
like
up.
I'm in charge of
I
it,
don't
so
know,
I can
bro.
make this happen or not happen.
dude, can you please? If you rig it for Gambits,
Yeah, I don't care.
Then put it, and he'll be like, "No, I'm serious, guys."
it's really Gambits.
And then me and Dan will just shit on everybody. We'll stay up there for like 30 minutes talking.
What's great about Gambits as a mic, it's an open mic that Mark and Dan started as an idea of like, okay, we just need a late Thursday mic after CG's was canceled. Something close. Dan loves it because it's right off 14. That's what
Actually,
he
it's
says
because
every
the
time.
bartender asked Dan to have an open mic. It wasn't even an idea we had. He was just
That
like,
too.
"Sure." And then just so happens CG's closed. We're like, "Okay."
I just
Yeah,
always think
hell
it's
yeah.
funny that like we make a joke of like Gambits being a shitty mic, and because of us making so many jokes about it, it's gradually gotten better
That's good.
Yeah,
to the
you get
point where
10
now
minutes.
it's kind of okay.
Yeah, on Thanksgiving it was actually fire.
Yeah, dude,
was
that
Really?
fun as
That was a
fuck.
dope time.
Yeah.
Surprisingly,
Oh
on
my-
Thanksgiving, I didn't think anybody would
I
go.
just wish it didn't start after 9. That's like later than I want to be out.
Yeah, you are.
But
you
you've
are
been
a
in the
dad.
game where
You're-
you can
yeah.
like do that
just
now.
like
You have
to-
to
You're a
tell your
husband.
wife,
Mm.
listen, you need to earn us some matches right now while I'm out doing my comedy thing. 10-minute sets, babe.
you
go
say
to
this get you
Gambit.
matches, like lighting matches?
No, Tinder matches,
Oh.
same thing.
Oh yeah, that would be fun if she
He has
did
his
that.
wife
But
swipe
she's
on
also
Tinder for
just
him?
like a
Yeah, she could
nice
do it on her
person who's
phone,
just
too.
doing her homework, trying to become a principal.
Really?
No,
Damn.
How is it being married and doing comedy? Because you're out a lot of the nights.
it's I don't know. I mean, it's weird, I guess, at times, because like when you like bring your like wife or girlfriend to a comedy show, it's not like you're just going to a show. You're like going to work. So
Yeah,
there's like,
right.
it's not like you can just hang out the whole time. So like she doesn't really come that much anymore. Like she did a lot when we were dating, but
Yeah, I was gonna say. So, like, when did you guys start dating? Because you were probably obviously into comedy
yeah,
already.
it's been like 8. We've been together like 8 years.
The show.
So she went a lot at the beginning, but
Did
that-
she like? How did she go with the lifestyle right away? Because you're like out every single night. Like, how did that work?
It wasn't that bad. I don't know, because I don't drink, so there was never any like, oh, what's he gonna do when he's out? Is it like there was never like any
Right,
worry
right.
about
Oh no,
that.
I meant like the more of like that. Like, since you're out every night and they're just like home.
Well, I mean,
Without
we would.
you.
She would go out.
Oh, she
we
would
were
come
we
to,
were
like-
young then, Mark. So we would go out a lot,
Right.
even
See, but if I
after
had to
Remember,
I
this
would
was back when they took trains to open mics and everything. They
There
were,
were taxes.
yeah.
Dude, see, if I had to
they
go for that, I
they
would
read
be
about
like,
them in the
"Hey."
paper.
Back
you
while
know?
we were courting, we would
I'd take
I would come
trains,
pick her up
AJ.
from her dad's house. We would sit on the porch and have a long conversation, and then
Maybe take out
I
No
would
kids
give her a
just think
flower
about it, yeah.
and accompany her to the dance.
Yeah, of course. Mhm. Make
put
sure you don't
enough
see
room
your
between
ankles.
you guys
know?
for Jesus and
Yeah,
stuff.
there was a ruler, We
Yeah, dude.
we did the rules.
I totally
Now
forgot
is
what
the
we were
all
just
I do.
talking
Well, I
about.
do think it's fun. Like, it's a good point because when you bring a girl to a show that you're on, very cool. Like very
Yeah.
cool flex. You're kind of the guy. on
Never
stage
bring
and
one to an open mic.
That was my point.
Yeah, that's
I always see dudes
terrible.
bring them to open mics, and I'm like, this
I
is a
couldn't
bad
imagine.
idea.
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah, that's a little much.
Yeah, you have to be really committed before you stick
Or
that
you just
out.
have to not care about her at all.
Right, because that opinion could go so like.
Well, that's a
It's
big
gonna
part
go
of
bad
it.
if
Is
you bring
that
a
you
girl.
like it's very important to you, but it's not important to her.
No.
She doesn't care at all.
She's doing it for you, and if you make her do it all
Right.
the time, she's not going to come or do anything with you anymore.
But a good
Yeah.
a good show is different because
Yeah.
it's like that's kind of in your control. But like you've seen good comics bomb at open mics.
yeah.
So it's like imagine being Jack. You've been doing this since the 30s. You know when you were born.
Since comedy started.
You've been doing this since the
Since
30s.
before comedy started,
Yeah.
I started comedy.
And then you bring
Back in my
a date to an
vaudeville
open
days.
mic, and you're like 10 years in, and then like you bomb.
Yeah.
That would feel horrible. You know. You don't have that problem because you're married and you're good.
After
Thank
a while,
You got to have
What?
unbombable
like bombing
set.
doesn't matter, right? Like after a while, you're just like, I don't give a fuck.
No, there was one that really hurt me this year.
Was it at NIU?
No, that was fun. There was like 11 people on like a Thursday at the Comedy Vault. It was like 20 minutes, and it just hurt me. And like the
Just no
whole
laughs?
next day, it was like at work, and I was like, I've got 2 shows, and I don't want to do anything. I just want to go lie in my
Redeem
bed
yourself.
and never do comedy again.
Really? You didn't want to go out again?
Because it was like I had just talked to them about like recording the special.
Yeah.
And then I just
Oh.
bombed
And then they saw
so
that,
hard,
yeah.
and it was like, well, I can't do this. What the fuck am I thinking about? But then after that, it's been good.
Yeah.
But that was
this
one.
year?
Yeah, August.
Do you remember the day exactly?
No,
I thought you were just about to go right into like a deep flashback.
it was like
30 p.m. exactly.
it was like the last week in August. I don't remember the exact date. I'm not like that crazy.
What was your worst bomb?
My worst bomb.
Anybody ever like throw shit at you? Ever try and hit you?
No, I'm really likable on stage.
Yeah, you
so
are
people
pretty-
don't
you have a
throw
very-
stuff
Right.
at
Yeah,
me.
you'd be a hard person
Would
to
you
hit.
ever throw anything at Jack?
No, I couldn't imagine punching him.
No.
No, I'd feel
I
bad.
get away with saying such mean things
You're
to
a
people.
The
pretty
last time you
agreeable
just said
person.
the N-word here, it was fine. I was like, nobody cared.
That's what you should name your special.
The N-word.
I'm Jack Baker. I'm so nice I can say the N-word.
That's
Full
whole
comedy special.
I'm not going to do
This
that.
is the whole title.
Is
No,
the
the-
N-word okay? Full comedy. Why can't we say it?
The worst bomb I ever had was at the Potawatomi Casino in Milwaukee.
Sounds bad.
I was doing a half hour during a Packers-Vikings playoff game.
So nobody was
There was
listening.
11 people in the room, and I walk out on stage, and the guy just goes, "You're gay," and that was how the show started.
That's
Nice.
sick.
What was your reaction to that?
How do you know?
Yeah, how do you know?
No,
Well,
I
you
was.
judge a book by a cover, and you're correct.
I didn't know you read books in Wisconsin.
I wish all of those would have been better than what I did. I don't remember what I did.
So yeah.
I was like 3-4 years into comedy.
Mark Norman has a story like that where he was doing like a college show and he got up and somebody's like, "You're gay," and he's like, "What if I was gay?" And the dude's like, "No, you are."
That's
Fire.
good.
That is funny. I was just talking with someone about this. I feel like by the way, how did you enjoy doing the college shows?
It was fun.
Are they as
'Cause
pussy
you-
as I've heard?
No,
Those ones weren't bad.
they're just regular people.
Because those are student
Because I've heard
rap,
like a lot of older comedians would be like, they're supposed to be so edgy and shit, and they're also PC. But I feel like that's changed now. That they're kind of sick of PC. Because like when I've seen the younger people at like LOL,
Yeah.
they just love
You just
when you say
That's
retard.
also in Schaumburg, though.
All
No,
the
you
young
just-
people aren't the same.
I think all that stuff is bullshit, and you just go tell your jokes.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm with you there.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Because if you're writing good jokes, people will like it.
And if you ignore the fake PC thing, it kind of doesn't exist.
It's not real. It's
not, 'cause Twitter
just
isn't a real
marketing.
place.
It's
Yeah.
marketing. People are like, "Oh, I'm edgy."
Virtue sick. Oh yeah,
right.
Yeah,
They're just
the
trying.
opposite.
It's
That's
like
a good
it's
point.
like getting a parental advisory sticker on your record in the '90s.
I will say,
your
I think the
CD.
only difference when you do the younger crowds, like the NIU thing, the only thing I noticed is like there's a lower attention span, so you can't do longer jokes.
That makes
at least up
sense.
front.
That makes sense because
I think that's the only difference.
Well, it's just they're not like comedy fans. That's the difference between doing like a show at a comedy club or like a place that's like a regular spot versus doing a show at just somewhere where it's like on New Year's Eve, where it's just people's night out, and that's what they're going to do.
Right.
You have to teach them.
You have to teach them how to like be comedy fans. Yeah. It's like doing a host set essentially, where you're like you got to gauge people into things a little bit.
Which is a lot longer and more of that for that stuff.
Interesting. But you thought it was pretty much the same?
Yeah. It's just people.
And improvers.
They're not people.
They're not people.
Improv. Do they not like going edgy at all in improv? I feel like
I've seen some edgy improv.
Okay.
No, you get a lot of edgy improv. I mean, there was a lot of racial stuff that they were doing.
I was just thinking, like, for a college, like, to justify putting on a comedy show seems risky, but then for improv, I feel like people would think, oh, well, improv's gay, so they can do that. Not really. I've done improv.
I think we've all done improv.
I've done improv.
It was just right there.
Mark hasn't because he's a piece of shit. You also have had tattoos though.
Because I am gay. That's why I don't. Because it's gay. I almost got up during the shrine one, like during the bitch please thing.
Sometimes fun, especially for the one-liners.
Because I would do the I would improvise during the shotgun round. So
but
I would probably enjoy it.
I know this is what I wanted to get to. You were there. I heard there was something that happened that there was a certain improviser that was only making racial jokes.
David G.
No.
David G.
Because you were there the first night, right? I heard there was a girl who was specifically making racial. That's correct,
like what?
right?
What did she say? What?
I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah. Well, she was
about what color?
Black people. But
okay. So what she said?
Here's how bad it was. Bad enough that I was on the next two shows, and both nights people came up to me and they were like, "Did you hear about the first show?" I was like, "I wasn't here." Like people brought it up.
Well, that's a good set. That's memorable, you know.
Yeah, that's just having an impact on people.
That's like the guy from Seinfeld. He had a great set, you know, Kramer.
Yeah,
you're gonna remember him forever.
That's true.
Never
like
forget.
Tons of views. Talk about promotional stuff. Hey, that
would be
have
one way
a Kramer
to do
Laugh Factory moment.
Yeah, but that would
Just
not
do it
be
here.
the kind of people that I want
You
in my
should,
show.
you should steal his crowd work at Laugh Factory.
You should do that tonight. Have Kyle record it, release the clip, and at the end just be like, "Come to my special February 18th." You know.
Hell yeah.
Happy Black History Month.
People would go
They'll
just
do it
to
for
see
free.
you die. They'd be like, he's gonna get killed by his special.
I'm sorry. I like that special name way better.
Which one?
Happy Black History Month, Jack Baker, and then it's his face as the thumbnail.
Hell yeah. Black Baker.
It's
Black
Martin
Baker.
Luther King is the title, and it's just your face. It's I Had a Dream, full comedy
I
special.
had a dream by Jack Baker.
This is what it is.
And it's like in the podium where he was standing giving a speech, but it's you.
What about black people? You're welcome, Jack Baker.
Yeah. The dream MLK had, Jack Baker.
Yeah,
I feel like this was a
MLK's
mistake to
dream.
promote my album recording on your podcast.
Oh, even being on here was a mistake.
MLK's dream, Who Are We production.
Listen, you've seen enough of this podcast. You know
Featuring
what happens.
Jack Baker.
He hasn't watched a minute of it. He's like, yeah, I'll go.
I was here for a couple of them.
Yeah.
Sorry.
He'd be
Thank you for being
here.
a part of our live
That's why I
audience.
like having people on
Thanks
that have
for
frequented the
having me.
mic because they know what happened. Like they know it's
I knew
a
what
good
I
point.
was getting into.
100%. Yes.
It was actually less offensive than I figured it would be.
Yeah.
Well, it's not over
We
yet.
still got time. Let's do
Okay,
it.
I didn't know how much time's left.
So Black Baker could be an alter
That's my
ego
yeah.
maybe for you.
Yeah,
I
like
think
when you
so.
rap and stuff, you could be Black Baker.
Yeah.
I like it.
What about Jack Make the World Laugh Baker? How about-
And he's just trying to make the world laugh.
Yeah, since Dr. Laughter's taken, you should do that.
No, if
Yeah.
I was gonna go with like a BT, no, or like earthquake, I'd have to be like microburst or something
Hell
like
yeah.
that. It would be like, whoa,
Yeah.
no one would be ready
Like
for that.
aftershock.
There you go.
Yeah.
Aftershock is
Jack
good.
Light Cough Baker.
I'm not a fan of that one.
I like that
No,
one.
dude. You come in, save the day. Aftershock.
I do think
cleans up their
I think
act.
all comics eventually are gonna have like the WWE names.
Hell yeah.
Where it's like in the middle, you know, like Conor the Notorious McGregor,
I want to be
What
like
would yours be?
original Dylan.
Dylan
AJ the
original.
rapist.
Okay, don't make it.
No.
That's not the roast anymore. Sorry.
Don't
my
make
bad.
it criminal, you know?
Don't incriminate me,
Yeah,
Mark.
fucking holy
I
hell,
told you
dude.
that in confidence.
Yeah. I was talking about
Big
you know,
AJ, Big Leidig. I don't know. I'm trying to think what yours would be that would
His would
rhyme
probably
with
be
your
Anthony
name.
James.
what about Mark the unfuckable Carsky?
Yeah.
The most.
The unremarkable Mark.
most unfuckable.
The unremarkable Mark
Yeah.
works.
That's
I like
good.
that.
It like takes away your
I
identity.
feel like you haven't had one for me yet, though.
Black Baker.
Black Baker is funny.
Maybe I don't know, Jack Baker. What do you turn that into for a pro wrestler?
What about like
Help us out.
Jack the math teacher Baker?
Yeah,
Oh, that would be frightening.
The math
And you
teacher.
use
You do look
math
like a
and
math
physics
teacher.
against
Yeah.
your
You were
Yes.
like my math teacher.
Really?
A little bit.
It must have been weird having such a hot math teacher.
It was. I was hard most of classes.
I believe it. You're hard right now.
You could just be the baker. And you could, your moves could be
The
about
Baker would be
baking.
good. Baker's dozen.
Yeah.
But Baker's is with a Z.
Be like a hold you put people in.
That's
the
it.
baker's dozen
Yeah.
or something, or the cupcake or something.
The cupcake. That doesn't sound
That'd be
very
a good
intimidating.
special name, the cupcake.
The cupcake by Baker's dozen.
Yeah.
Now, Baker's
Who
Dozen,
are
that's
we
the joke that I
projecting?
make. That's what my fan club is called, the Baker's Dozens.
Oh,
You should make
nice.
merch that says that actually.
I have told
Yeah.
that joke many times on stage.
You need
and
should
I've
make
never
merch
made
that
merch.
says that.
Why
so-
not?
For it.
What if I make merch for you?
And only make 12 of them.
Only, yeah, really
Yeah.
exclusivity.
I think we should take over your merch line.
Yeah?
I think we
I
should.
think
we should get
so.
all the money.
I don't
Yeah.
like that part.
It's just going to be pictures of
Well-
you, but like incriminating, like in crimes, you know?
We're going to
It's
like
about
face swap
promotion.
you during sex. Like you're going to be Ray J having sex with Kim K on the front of a T-shirt.
Think of all that brand
Okay.
awareness, promotion,
yeah,
everything that goes with
definitely
it.
fits in the brand for Black Baker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's just one of the brands.
Yeah.
It's just one of the slices.
We got many different
The
schemes.
special
Yeah.
we called "I Hit It First."
Black. You
I
can
hit
have
it
white
first
baby.
Yeah.
by Jack Baker.
And it's just you fucking
That would,
Kim.
yeah, people would be
Titties.
interested in that.
I have one logistical question, not to go
Okay.
back to serious stuff, but are you going to release it also as an album? Like you're going to put it on Spotify and everything too?
Probably.
Okay.
yeah.
I think I've seen many people do it. I feel like it's smart now to kind of do both.
People
Yeah,
usually do a
it's weird
video.
when people only do albums now.
That sounds
Because who's
stupid.
going on Spotify to discover new comedy?
And it's like you have YouTube, so like there's no
Yeah.
excuse to not have video.
It's
There's
we-
people that actually just post audio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they
It's-
retarded? Are they who the fuck did that? If you're watching this, you're an idiot.
I hope someone's listening to this on
called a
Spotify and
special.
hears
no,
that.
but we do both.
That's true. That's true. We do both.
Yeah, it's free views. What are they handing out fucking
I
big
do.
records?
I think sometimes people can't afford to pay for the video.
Oh, they don't
I
have a
think that's
camera.
probably
They don't have a
part
phone.
of
It is
Yeah.
expensive.
Yeah, having a phone
It's
costs a
about
lot.
showing the world what you worked on and what you created.
That's it, exactly.
It ain't about the money, but that's why we're gonna take the merchandise distraction off your hands. No time
Thank
for the
you.
funny.
Yeah, but I'm not going to make any money off
You
it.
do the
Well, that's
funny,
not
we do
about
the
money,
money.
Jack.
No, it is.
This is about
it is a little
What-
bit
making
about
your
the
name
money.
bigger. You know,
Yeah,
it's
yeah. What do you,
promotion.
Listen.
Jack Banker?
Jack,
So
thoughts,
worried about
thoughts
the
on
money, this
signing
guy.
to Who Are We Comedy, the brand.
We own
The
you.
brand?
We
The
own
brand.
you.
Yeah.
The
We're
brand.
creating a label. We're gonna you know.
we're gonna promote.
You legally agreed to it when you took
This
the
is a
microphone from my hands.
platform.
That's how it works.
All
Yeah.
right, well, then you'll be hearing from my attorney. So
Right. We
Well, that's
can't,
also our attorney
yeah.
now, so
we can't
Okay.
afford attorneys.
so please don't do that.
yeah.
I'm old enough to where I have an attorney. If
Yeah,
I
we
need
don't
one.
have those,
Yeah.
but we do have fake contracts.
Yeah,
so.
we
Okay,
have a
good.
Who Are We bump that you're
We
kind
could
of
start-
That was really
right
fun.
now.
Did you ever work the Comedy Shrine when they were doing contracts?
Yes.
That was really fun reading that and going, oh, that clause is illegal. That clause is
really?
illegal.
Can you
that
explain?
clause
Like what?
is illegal.
That's hilarious. I need to hear.
There was just stuff in it like they had like laid out like a COVID policy in the contract, and then they changed the COVID policy
What was the
and
COVID?
didn't revise the contract.
It was like
So
if
it's
you- if you were vaccinated,
this
you
entire
couldn't go on
thing is
stage.
now
What?
No, I'm kidding.
Oh,
That
I
wasn't
was like that. It was backwards.
There was like
I'm so gullible.
They were like trying to set limits on what time you had to be there after specifically laying out that you're an independent contractor, and you can't do that.
Wait, what do you mean? So they tell you?
They're like setting the expectations of you acting as like an employee, like showing up for work at a specific time. But if you're an independent contractor,
So like, what's
they
like for
can't
instance,
do
like
that.
what time would they want you to show up for?
It
Like
was like
a,
7:15 or
for like
something.
what time show?
for like an 8 p.m.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I refused
Until-
to sign the contract until they changed mine and said I could show up at 7:45.
That's crazy. So like, yeah,
See,
if
you're
you
a
show
better
up
man than me. I just blindly
It's
signed that
like
shit. I
until-
didn't
Oh,
Did
I
you
was
just
like,
show
I'm not
up
going to
late?
sign this.
Did you just show up late anyway?
Yeah, I mean, they weren't going to penalize you or whatever.
For, yeah,
but
if you show up at 7:30, we're gonna be like, it starts in a half hour. You know,
Right.
it's like, yeah, I don't.
you'd be like, oh, let me take your blackface dolls real quick.
You have to stay till Dave Sinker finishes or something.
Is that the
what it
owner?
was?
His
Is that
Dave
what the rule
Sinker?
was?
Sinker, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay.
Well,
Because he
old
sunk
owner.
that comedy shrine.
Because he sucked at comedy.
We have
Wow.
no. Wait, hold on. We have no beef with Comedy Shrine here.
What are you talking about? I don't.
I
either.
got no beef.
Except they don't care about
We're just
stand-up
making
comedians.
jokes.
We
I
got
don't
no
think.
beef.
No beef.
No beef.
Except
We do hate that.
I
No.
feel like you might have some beef
Probably
that
a
you just
little.
don't want
Dude,
people
it
to
was
know
weird.
Probably a
about.
little,
I
but
thought
we
you
don't.
It
meant
was
the
weird
lifetime
that the
membership.
bartender was so cool until I stopped buying drinks, and then he stopped talking to me.
Really?
I was like, huh.
That's a lot of bartenders. That's why I respect Micah, though.
I felt
we
that's
That's a lot
contribute
of
almost
strippers
nothing
too,
to
am
Micah.
I right?
Dude.
This guy knows what I'm talking about. Not Dez.
Clearly, Des doesn't
Yeah,
know what you're talking
Right,
about.
right. Of all
No.
people, you point at Des.
Someone made a joke about Dez the other day. He wasn't even there. It was like he wasn't there at the
Was
mic
it
the
at
whole
the-
time.
was it Gambit's?
It was at that one that. Did you think that was funny one? It was that tape measure guy. Has a
I feel
joke
like
about Dez.
I feel
It's
like when
funny.
you can have a callback made about you when you're not in the room, that's when you're
Yeah.
officially a part of the scene.
Hell yeah! Congrats, Dez. You're part of the scene.
Well, he probably has, but
I hope you feel seen.
He's
This
like,
podcast
"Thanks."
is kind of like that right now because he's getting a shout out without being here.
We're going to
Right.
bleep that. We're
That's
gonna,
what we. The beginning of this podcast is for everyone, and then it slowly funnels down for like 5 viewers.
It's
Yeah,
really
to
just
just
this for the people
Dez.
who are here.
pretty much.
Yeah.
That's the only people that make it past the 5 minute
Which
mark.
we
That's-
haven't
no,
been
we got
performing for
diehards
the
here.
audience at all. We've
No,
just
no,
been
we
talking
usually
to
ignore
each
them a
other.
little bit.
Yeah.
Which is kind of necessary.
Yeah, because they love
yeah,
us so much. That they just eat it up. They can't get enough.
I do one more quick thing.
Yeah.
When you put out the special, like, is there, first of all, is there an editing process that you're going through? Do you have an editor? And then is
I
it
do.
also like, are you nervous about like the actual promotion thing or more about getting people in seats? Like, are you more concerned about the physical viewership, people being at the show?
Yeah.
Or digital?
I don't care about digital viewership.
That's smart.
But like, if you got 12 views, would you be like, motherfucker?
Well, no, you're just putting it out there.
I'm-
I would be more worried about the editing, honestly. Like, I'd be like, I hope this person knows what I want it to look like.
Yeah,
We'll
I
just
mean,
give
we've
you
had a
one.
lot
I'm
of.
sure he gets final
we've had-
say.
Yeah, and I also have another editor that I could go to too if I need
Oh,
a second
word.
cut. Like our video guy at work would do it. So,
Right, right.
Those
You just
more
use your work
seats.
policies.
Yeah, he would just do it at work, just not client
Right.
stuff. Be like, this is more important.
This
boss.
is more important. Jack's comedy special.
Yeah.
Mhm.
His opera, comedy opera, right?
Basically, yeah,
Sounds like-
full
Do the people-
comedy opera.
Do the people you work with know you do comedy?
Yeah.
Is it weird?
No, my boss came to a show.
Really?
Yeah, he had a great time.
Oh,
he
fuck yeah.
offered to buy anyone who wants to go in the company tickets to my recording.
How many people?
That's so cool.
So I don't know yet. He just sent
That's
us the
so
email.
sick.
on Friday.
Nice.
He's super
That's
cool.
fucking dope,
Yeah.
actually.
You thinking like, who can I hit up that hasn't seen me in years? Maybe.
That's kind of where I'm at. Like
Uh-huh.
going through my Facebook friends list, like looking up people in high school.
Uh huh.
So
Like, come here. They're tailgating.
You should just do your high school reunion at.
I
Well, I
didn't.
mean, most of them are probably
I didn't
dead,
find
but, you
out
know.
about my high school reunion until after it happened on Facebook because I saw pictures of a bunch of people who I was friends with.
How are they supposed
Actually,
to hit
it
you
was,
up for that? Because my 10 year's coming up.
Yeah, it was. I guess it was on Facebook, but I don't
Fuck.
talk to any of those
I was
people
like, how
anymore.
logistically did they get a hold of us? So I guess, yeah, Facebook.
Probably
would be the
Facebook,
best.
right?
No.
Because I want to go so bad, dude.
You should go.
Yeah.
Yeah, with you and all your head tattoos and jewelry and your glory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys all look like shit.
Yeah.
I just look like a piece of shit.
That is the best feeling, though, when you
Yeah.
see someone from high school who looks terrible.
all of them.
It just feels so good.
Well, it'll be
That's
funny
why I
for
always show
Mark
my
because
face.
all of Mark's friends will have like families and kids, and he's gonna be like, "How many YouTube subscribers do you guys have? You
Dude,
fucks."
honestly, I would so much rather have a YouTube than a family. Oh my god, dude, I would have killed myself.
Your YouTube
I was supposed to have so
family.
many children.
That's how we should end it.
But I would have had 4 kids. Shout out abortions. Go ahead and promote your
Jack,
stuff.
promote everything. Promote the special. Throw it in there really quick. For the 5 people that paid attention to the very end, I want them to hear this.
You can follow me on Instagram at Team Jack Baker and go to my special taping February 19th at the Comedy Vault in Batavia.
We're
And they can just get the
tailgating.
tickets on Comedy Vault.
ComedyVaultBatavia.com.
Fuck yeah.
Buy that shit. Love you guys. Thank you for watching and listening everywhere.
Thanks.
Black Baker by Martin Luther King. There we
Who
go.
are we?
He had a dream.